we would like to present our paper on climate change, environmental priorities and water management. We propose a solution, we propose a new approach to global governance in 2020 and beyond, because let's not forget that the long term is not 2020 anymore, but we should consider 2030. Yeah. Some long-term forecasts even go up to 2050. And I have to say that, first of all, the international community found itself at the turn of the millennium in such great economical, political, social and environmental transformations that an effective response is desperately needed. And for this, let's say that global governance faces this crucial challenge. Why is it a challenge, first of all? Because these transformations in the world go around one crucial aspect, and it is the interdependence. Interdependence among actors, levels such as states, they are above national entities like the European Union, local level, regional level, and individual in some cases too. And there is also another kind of interdependence, and is that of disciplines. A development problem cannot be solved only from an economical point of view. The integrations, the interrelations among disciplines make it so that we need a new approach, an integrated approach that takes into consideration all possible variables related to one issue. And the integrated approach is this. It is a multidisciplinary, multi-level approach it's not a mere description and a proposed solution, but it takes into consideration, as I said, all variables involved. We have applied this approach to seemingly very distant areas of interest, such as, in one case, water management, in another case, cocoa monocultures, and in another case, again, in household integrated systems. Now, this is a conceptual instrument, very adaptable and very flexible. Let's first of all see how the integrated approach is used in the first case study of our research, which presents an attempt of water resource management in the RLC basin and proposes a multi-level integrated approach. I invite my colleague from the University of Tokyo to present his research paper.
Thank you for everyone, and I'm going to present about water management. And then like the other environmental issue, water has a complex aspect also. Firstly, water is a basic human need. Access to adequate quantity of safe water should be human right. On the other hand, water can be regarded as an economic good. Agriculture and industry are consuming the huge amount of water, and hydroelectric power is an important means to produce energy. Therefore, water management should contain integrated and comprehensive viewpoints. In this part, we focus on the transboundary water resource management. Transboundary water resource affects the environment and socioeconomy and of its basin region, and the LC basin problem is one of the most difficult example of the transboundary water resource management. With this case, we are trying to consider the difficulty and the possibility of integrated water resource management. And the way it's like RLC, I'm going to present like RLC is located in Central Asia, and its basin and spread out all 5 Central Asian states. Therefore, the LC basin can be regarded as a common pool for all Central Asian states. And what is like RLC basin crisis? And RLC used to be the 4th largest inland sea in the world. However, RLC has shrunk drastically, and since the 1960s, and now RLC is reduced to less than like 1/3 of its original size. The environmental crisis causes the economic and social and humanitarian crisis in this region, such as degradation of the ecosystem and decline of fish population and the increase of human disease. And then to mitigate this crisis and comprehensively and integrated management, which requires regional cooperation, is essential. The political leader of Central Asian state understood the water resource of this basin is common and integrated. So accordingly, the Central Asian state they established a voluntary and integrated institution for managing the international water resource soon after their independence in 1992, and the international organizations such as UNDP and the World Bank tried to strengthen this integrated approach. But however, the integrated approach became dysfunctional because of the structural conflict among the Central Asian states. Water use is associated closely to the national economic growth, and now each Central Asian state is trying to strengthen its own national economic interest in the transition period. Therefore, the integrated water resource management cannot be implemented, even though they understand they reached the agreement. And then, so considering the current situation of the RLC basin problem, there are some possible solutions to mitigate at the regional level and the cooperation in order to decide the allocation of water resource among the states is desirable, but as mentioned above previously, and many attempts have failed. And the next one is the national level transition from the cotton growing, which is the main product of the agriculture in Central Asia, and which is also the consuming many of water resource, and can be effective solution to reduce the water use. However, the rapid transition must be deteriorated and the economic situation of cotton farmers. Therefore, the feasibility of effectiveness of this solution is limited. Finally, at the local level, utilizing the Water Users Association, which is called WA, and that is a local and voluntary the organizations by local farmers within irrigation area can be effective in our perspective. The association aims to use the water resource more efficiently through the rehabilitation and the management of the water pumps and the irrigation system by themselves. And utilizing WA has a various advantages to resolve this crisis. Firstly, WA has implication to some policy domain, in economic domain, and WA and does not disturb the economic activity of farmers, local farmers, and then does not deteriorate the economic situation. In the social domain, the local governance can be established based on the voluntary activities of WA can improve the efficiency of water usage in shorter term than the other solutions, such as regional cooperation or transformation from monoculture. And local from activity, and it's shorter, and effectiveness is visible. And stated above, the policy towards WA in the RLC basin problem is integrated approach, which includes economic, social, and environmental perspective. WA lets the fulfillment of the effective policy for these three fields and gives a great progress in Central Asian regions.